Hello again, everybody. Happy Friday. Scotty P here, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, with the June 4th edition of Algalytics. As we look back at AlgaVision's selection, a big winner yesterday, Chicago White Sox, 4-1 winner over the Detroit Tigers. The pick that AlgaVision gave us, it was bet up to minus 220. Hopefully you got it at closer to minus 200 or even a little bit under that. It started out under minus 200 and was bet up in favor of the White Sox with their ace Lance Lynn on the mound. In a really good pitching matchup against one of Detroit's better pitchers, possibly their ace, either Casey Mize or Spencer Turnbull is the ace for the Tigers. But with Mize on the mound against Lynn, it was a great matchup on the hill. 4-1 victory. Both pitchers, starting pitchers, did very well. Some of us might have liked that matchup well enough to also bet the under, but that was not AlgaVision's pick. AlgaVision's pick was money line. That was their highest probability pick of the day. Chicago White Sox minus 200, minus 220 on the money line. Lance Lynn, a big winner. You're a big winner. Hopefully, if you're a client or customer and took the bet. If you're not a client or customer or just stumbling across these videos or the AlgaVision website, AlgaVision simply is a math and data-driven algorithm that predicts sports winners, Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball. For nearly 20 years, AlgaVision documented, certified results, transparent, has been winning at close to a 65% rate. So you've stumbled across a gold mine if you're just finding us. If you're with us already and took the pick yesterday, you are a big winner. Looking back at that game, like I said, both starters were really good. Lynn went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, and struck out 6. Mize, 7 innings, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Once again, though, in a pattern that we have seen quite regularly here with the Major League Baseball games, Chicago jumped out to a 2-0 lead early. It was 2-1 after 5, 3-1 after 7, and they scored an insurance run later to make it the final score 4-1. So again, a weak hitting team against a really good pitcher that falls behind early, it's a real struggle. Detroit is 27th out of 30 in on-base percentage, runs scored, and batting average, whereas the White Sox are top 5 in runs scored and average, and I think they're like number 10 or 11 in on-base percentage. So their ace was on the mound, an offensive mismatch. The algorithm, the AlgaVision numbers said White Sox minus 220 is the pick. Hopefully you took it, and you're a big winner today. I just wanted to take a look beyond the numbers, go inside the numbers a little bit and explain, despite winning at 63 or so percent over many, many years, AlgaVision doesn't win every time. But that 63% win ratio, even when you're betting favorites, a lot of the time, since AlgaVision's giving you the highest probability winners every day, it's going to be mostly favorites. You're not going to be betting underdogs. So that 60 to 65% win ratio guarantees a solid return on investment that exceeds often the stock market and other investment opportunities on a yearly basis. We're talking long term. We don't get wrapped up when there's 3 losses in a row like there may have been a few weeks ago. We look long term. The gradual winning percentage that's successful, 60 to 65%, the long-term ROI, that is a solid investment opportunity if you stay the course and follow the results. But no system is foolproof. Professional gamblers are winning at a 56 to 58% rate. They're making a living doing it. 53%, we've said this many times if you watch us regularly, 53% on the point spread bet of minus 110 is what you need to break even. So 60 to 65 is really good. But again, when you're betting favorites, you need to be above that 53% to make money, and that's what AlgaVision is, consistently documented, certified. You can check their results online. They're all there for you to see. They don't hide. They bring me here to talk about the wins, talk about the losses, completely transparent. So not only is the winning percentage off the charts, but the transparency is different from many other similar. There really isn't anything similar out there, but we're talking about touts and other people that are giving picks online. They're not transparent. AlgaVision is. That's one of the reasons that I'm here. But looking inside the numbers, some things that no algorithm, no mathematical formula can predict, because even though there's no human involvement when it comes to AlgaVision, there's human involvement in these games. There's bad umpires, there's bad coaching, there's bad decisions by players. There's things that don't fit the numbers that we can't predict, that AlgaVision can't predict. Case in point, last night, Cincinnati Reds down 4-2 in the 9th inning. Just a game I happened to be watching. Down 4-2 in the 9th inning, they get a hit or somebody gets on base, runner on first, nobody out, down 2. They bunt for a hit. Great surprise tactic, not a sacrifice when you're down by 2, just an absolutely beautiful bunt down the third baseline. Runners on first and second, nobody out. So All year, I've been begging for teams to play small ball and bunt, but not 2 bunts in a row. The Reds bunt again, down 2. They bunt again. The batter bunts it about 3 inches in front of home plate. The catcher jumps on it. The batter can't run. They throw to third and they throw to first, and it's a double play, third to first, because the runner couldn't get out of the box. The bunt was terrible. They bunt twice. We got teams that won't bunt for 2 months. The Reds bunt twice in a row. Double play, game over, basically. So that's something that you just can't anticipate, those types of decisions, those types of freaky plays that happen in games. Also, got my USA hockey hat on, my old one. I had to dust this one off. This one's really old. I'm a big hockey guy. I've told many of you who watch this, we don't do, AlgaVision doesn't do picks for hockey. I play around with it on my own, nothing scientific. I just know a lot about the sport, been involved for many, many years. Tomorrow, World Championships, something that nobody watches. USA Canada semifinal after Canada with a big upset of the Russians, and the US knocked off Slovakia. So if you have an NHL Network, check it out tomorrow. No matter what team it is, no matter what tournament it is, USA versus Canada is must-see television in hockey. But talking about hockey, another inside the number, another thing that you just can't make it up. You can't predict it. No algorithm can predict it. The Bruins win in overtime last night on a shot from the corner, literally from the corner. Brad Marchand, unbelievable shot, but that shot should never go in. I read somewhere that shot had a 2% chance of going in. As a hockey guy, I will tell you it is much less than 2% to score an NHL goalie from the corner with no angle. Somehow Varlamov left open just enough for Marchand to sneak the puck in. I don't think he thought Marchand was going to shoot it. Whatever. The Bruins win in overtime. You can't predict that stuff. Varlamov was lights out the entire game. He could have been a Vezina candidate this year. And in the biggest game of the year to date, 1-1 in the second round in the series, he gives up that goal. And you look at numbers, you look at like expected goals, right? So the Bruins have been dominating in expected goals. That's an analytic that hockey people use now. Dominating, but they're scoring on their expected goals and their high danger chances at a much lower rate than even the NHL average. So this is a team with one of the best first lines in the league, great offensive depth. They're getting all kinds of chances. They're kind of controlling play, and they're not scoring. But they score on a shot from the corner to win it. Nobody's going to predict that. No person, no numbers, no anything. That's why when you have a product like AlgaVision that wins 60 to 65% of the time, it's a gold mine. We don't know how long the prices are going to be as cheap as they are right now, but check it out on the website, algavision.com. It is up and running, www.algavision.com. Check it out there. See what it's all about. Again, the industry's booming. AlgaVision is just getting started as far as a mass product for the mass sports betting population, which is growing every day. I believe Louisiana just ratified sports betting. Check it out now on the website. The prices are not going to be this cheap forever. It's an unbelievable product. I've tracked it for 5 years myself. A couple more real quick things that wanted to look at today, just reviewing a little bit what went on in sports yesterday. Some of the trends happening in Major League Baseball and the NHL and the NBA, more specifically MLB and NBA, because AlgaVision does provide picks in both sports. Major League Baseball favorites yesterday, 8-4, 453 and 355, 56% for the year if you're betting favorites. But remember, lots of juice in baseball, so you got to do with AlgaVision, 65% to be a winner. 60+% to be a winner in baseball when you're betting the juice all the time. Favorites, though, you're 56% winner right now. Need to be higher than that to make money. AlgaVision is higher than that. Underdog winners, Mariners plus 142, Reds plus 131, Rays plus 178, Red Sox plus 103. Overs were 7-5 yesterday in MLB. They are 404 and 402 for the year. Go figure. The total is right at 50% for the year. That's why people aren't making a ton of money without programs like AlgaVision helping them out. NBA underdogs 2-0 against the spread and straight up. The Nuggets +5 underdog. They knock off Portland and win the series. Phoenix knocks off the defending champs Lakers as +3 underdogs. They also win their series. Favorites in the playoffs, NBA straight up 28-13. Against the spread, 26-15. Home teams are 21-20. Overs are 22-18. Now, what's weird there is the higher the over, the more likely it is to go over the total. So like the 215, 220 plus overs have been very successful if you've been playing the overs. The unders that have been under 215 have been very successful as well. And I think one thing that's extremely interesting, I believe road favorites in the NBA are like 8-1 in the playoffs so far. Real quick for you hockey fans, NHL favorites were 1-1 yesterday. Bruins win as -152 favorite against the Islanders in overtime. Another big overtime win for the Hurricanes to bring that series against Tampa within 2-1. Overall favorites in the NHL 27-24 in the playoffs so far. Road teams in the second round are 6-3 and 28-26 overall. Unders have gone 5-4 in the second round, 29-25 overall in the playoffs. Looking ahead to tonight, we've got some NBA action going on. Clippers -3, looking to stay alive at Dallas. Road favorites, something like 8-1 this year, I believe. Short favorites also have been very successful in the NBA all year. -3, Clippers, Mavericks, the over-under, the total, 216.5. Last game, 105-100 win for Dallas as a 7.5-point underdog. Today at home, Dallas is a 3-point underdog. Some Major League Baseball games possibly worth taking a look at. Reds and Cardinals. The Reds are favored. They opened at -130. It quickly moved to -139. Over-under total of 8.5 there. Oakland -131 against the Rockies. They opened at -133 and it dropped to -131. Looks like a pretty good matchup on paper. Montas against Gray. The over-under is 11. Both pitchers are pretty good. Of course, you're going to have a slightly inflated ERA pitching in Colorado. This game is in Colorado. Montas has been pitching well lately. 5-5, 4.45 ERA. Gray 4-5, 3.71. Just an interesting game to look at. You'd think that Oakland would be an overwhelming favorite, but the line is moving toward the Rockies. Indians and Orioles, another interesting one. The Orioles have been the worst team in baseball over the last 3 weeks or so. Had lost 13 or 14 in a row at one point. The Orioles are a -115 favorite after opening as a pick'em and an 8.5 run total. And then the Tigers White Sox game, the Tigers as an underdog, intriguing. You'd think again the White Sox are overwhelming favorites. The White Sox won our game last night from AlgaVision, opened at -167 in favor of Chicago, but has moved towards Detroit is -156 now. Spencer Turnbull on the mound for the Tigers. He and Mize are their two best pitchers. Turnbull has been very, very good this year. 4-2, under 3 ERA going against Dallas Keuchel, a longtime veteran, good solid pitcher, but I think his ERA is a little bit over 4. So interesting there. You'd think the White Sox, the better team offensively by far, but going up against a strong pitcher, you'd still think the White Sox would be favored and that maybe the smart bettors will be on the White Sox, but that number has dropped by more than 10 cents. We'll wait and see what the AlgaVision picks are for today. Hopefully you had the pick yesterday. Congratulations if you did. Good luck today. We'll be back either tomorrow or later on in the weekend to review what happens today. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back soon.